Hey you, this is Intimidating Scones. Welcome back to WildStar. So my muscles hurt a lot. I am trying to stave off illness by boosting my immune system by exercising, and it kind of works and it kind of doesn't, because part of the problem is like I'm already a little bit sick, and I don't want to make myself sicker, but my boss at work has apparently not strep, but if it's not strep, it's something incredibly close to it, and I do not want to catch that. But yeah, I've also been working out pretty hard because I have a Hafla to go to tomorrow. For probably the majority of humanity that don't know. A Hafla is a, I don't actually know where the word came from. I just know the context that it's used for belly dancers. But it's a gathering of belly dancers in a very low-key sort of setting. It's basically dancers dancing for dancers. It's for the fun of dancing, and they're all really supportive, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good place for someone who is either just starting out with dancing or doesn't have a whole lot of experience with it. I'm sort of a little bit of both because I used to do a lot more in college. I was part of a troupe, a really good troupe, but what happened to my node? Oh, I must have broken it up. I was part of a really good troupe, and then when I graduated, I couldn't practice with them anymore without spending way more money than I wanted to, because they were associated with the university, and I would have to pay a lot of money because I was no longer a student. So I went off on my own, and let's not die. Oh dear. That was close. I don't even know what I'm doing. Apparently I'm going 180 some odd meters this way. I don't want to do this challenge. Go away. Do I have to kill that? Is that what it's telling me to do? I hope that's not what it's telling me to do, because I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm getting back into it. I do Tribal Fusion. I may actually, if I get accepted to do a solo at the big performance in October, I will certainly upload that. It's going to be fantastic. I've been planning this for so long. But tomorrow's is just a casual one, so I'm probably not going to take a video of that. Sorry. But I'm super excited just because I wasn't sure if it was going to work out, and mostly just from feeling ill.
Now make with the killing, sweetheart.
Sweetheart. The reason I really like belly dancing, well, I mean, that's a complicated, that's a can of worms I just opened. I was gonna say the reason I really like it is because I like the concept of doing something fun for exercise, i.e. dancing, as opposed to, you know, just doing push-ups or something. Not that there's anything wrong with push-ups, if that floats your boat. I'm probably going to have a very hard time. Okay, I survived. Not bad.
Much progress.
I really like being able to do something entertaining for exercise. I probably would not exercise if there weren't a point to it. Sometimes that point is just walking from point A to point B, but it's hard to justify that when you have a car. Well, besides the justification of not getting fat and dying from heart failure. Nothing wrong with fat. Wrong with heart failure. So, man, be gone, and he's not gone. Oh no, this isn't going to end well, and I can't heal. But the other thing I really like about belly dancing, and sort of the reason I chose it in the first place, is because the point of it is to be very comfortable in your own skin. It's something that's really hard to do, and especially with the way Americans view the human body, that it's something to hide, it's something to be ashamed of. I'm not saying all Americans, but this is sort of the stance media takes, you know, for a lot of reasons, you know, censoring, fear of the complications from having sex, and that, you know, the idea that somehow nudity, or understanding that nudity exists, will lead to sex. Which, I mean, we were all born nude. Nudity is sort of more a fact of life. Nudity is way more a fact of life than sex is. And so, you know, belly dancers tend to wear very little because the dance is very much about skill, muscle definition, and it's sort of a form of dance that is incredibly difficult to get the hang of, because you have to tell your muscles to move in ways you're not used to telling your muscles to move. Like, something we all do very naturally is use our lower abdominals independently of our upper abdominals. It happens when we bend and reach. However, we don't really have to think about it. To stand up straight and do it is kind of like, I don't know, patting your head and rubbing your tummy. Except I can do that, and belly rolls are way harder. It takes a lot of concentration to learn, and then it takes a lot of practice to really hone it. And even then, in a lot of ways, it's not that impressive. You have to be really good. How do I get this quest? There we go. You have to be really good, or even to have tried it yourself and understand how hard it is for it to look impressive. So it's sort of, it's a really difficult dance because of that. Also, it's something that in the US is considered very feminine. I say in the US because in China, male belly dancers are, I don't know if they're more common or just more popular. But like the most famous belly dancers in China are male, and the most famous ones in the US are female by a long shot. I actually don't know. I don't know any famous American male belly dancers, but I actually do know personally. Not personally, I've met him at a Hofla, but I do know a male belly dancer in my town. And he's good. It takes guts for a guy to do belly dance in the US because people tend to shame guys for that sort of thing, which is so wrong. Oh dear. Oh, you know why I'm kind of doing poorly? Because I'm not using everything I should be using. There we go. So I really like that belly dance has that power over your own body. It feels empowering because learning to control it like that is something that takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of physical power. It builds muscle like you wouldn't believe, but it also takes a lot of mental power. The ability to concentrate and then eventually to do more and more complicated things with it. Because once you get control over, say, your hip movement, then you add arm movement with it, or alternate between hip and chest, which, oh my goodness. It took me forever. Oh, I died. For friggin' ever to learn full body rolls.
You'll never learn about the afterlife if you don't finish this one.
So, it's incredibly empowering, and my instructor herself was very empowering because one of the things you're supposed to do with belly dancing is so you know you've got a six-pack with your abs, so the top two and every muscle above it is considered your top half, and then you've got your bottom half with, you know, the other four, and you know, hip movements and leg work and all that good stuff. And so it's really difficult to learn how to do those two parts independently. And while, oh dear, while one is, oops. Okay, I'm just gonna die again. Oh no, 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 no. I rolled right into that fire. So you're really supposed to be able to move each independently and then be able to do independent movements on your bottom half and your top half, which is, it's patting your head and rubbing your tummy on crack. Except not like doing that on crack, it's the crack version. Never mind. The point is, my instructor, when she was teaching us to isolate our hip movements and to keep our chest still while doing that, she would say things like, it's your body, hold on to it. Put your hands right here and tell it to stop moving. I'm gonna die. What am I doing wrong? what I'm doing wrong is I'm trying to tell a story and play a game at the same time, a game I do not know very
Still
well.
alive? And here I just made your coffin more comfy.
So the fact that she's constantly talking about, well, she was. I actually don't take lessons anymore. I just practice independently. But she was constantly talking about how, I don't know why I keep doing that, how it is my body, and I get to, hold on to my ribs so that they stop moving while I learn to isolate hip movements. And that's something we really don't tend to teach. I don't know if this is the same for boys, but I know it's a big problem with girls that we tend to forget to teach people that it's their body. And just to hear that, I have permission to control my movements, and if it's not working, I have permission to make it work. That was a little revolutionary for me, especially at the time. So, belly dance really gave me a feeling of ownership over my own physical self. Before it, I sort of had this intellectual view that my body was just a means to get my brain from point A to point B. But since belly dance, I've realized just how important it is to have that physical intelligence as well. And I have seen the most uncoordinated women master the grace and beauty of belly dance. And I asked her how many years, and not a whole lot. I can't remember exactly what her answer was, but it was her very first dance. She hadn't done anything else before it. She was actually very clumsy before it. And I love belly dance because it's something that looks good on any body type. In fact, when I started doing belly dance, I kind of wanted to gain some weight so that when I did my belly rolls and my shimmies, I had something to jiggle. But what actually ended up happening was I gained weight in my legs because it is an incredibly thigh-heavy dance. It takes so much thigh strength. And my belly actually flattened out a lot because of the constant, strength that it took. Like, when you're not using your belly, you're actually using your belly for balance. That you have to have a very powerful core to do a lot of the movements, just so that you don't fall over while doing it. Specifically the back bends. That one is a combination of knowing how to do it in a way that you don't throw out your back, and having the belly and thigh strength to do it. Another really incredible thing, one of my good friends from college is having her first baby, and I met her in my Latin class,
I'll see you again.
and we became good friends and started having lunch together. And then I saw her randomly at a belly dance performance that she was a belly dancer. I'm like, what? Where does this even come from? It's apparently something that's pretty big in the community I live in. I don't know if it's like this big in other towns. Seems like it wouldn't be. Whee! I'm gonna hack this thing while someone else kills that. Oh dear. Gotta play Simon Says. Oh dear. Something hit me. Or did I do it wrong? Was I not paying attention? What's going on? Oh no, you're hitting me. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Whoops. Those buttons are right next to each other. Oh dear. Is it coming for me? I guess not. I guess so. So, when I found out that she was a belly dancer, we actually got to know each other better through that, and stayed friends after college. Oh. Okay.
Got a report, sweetheart?
So, yeah, that looks good. I'll wear that.
Yeah, I'm grateful. Good work.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Tell me something good.
So now she's having her first
See that
baby.
this gets done.
And apparently, historically, belly dance was invented to help strengthen abdominal muscles for pregnancy,
Give me the news. That's all she wrote.
which apparently people find absolutely hilarious, but I mean, whatever makes pregnancy, childbirth easier. But I think it's incredible that she's able to still belly dance at 8 months pregnant. Doctors say anything that you do normally, you'll be able to do while pregnant. But you don't want to, like, start something new. Like, if you didn't belly dance beforehand, you probably wouldn't want to start. If you didn't ride horses every day beforehand, you don't want to start. Of course, I'm not giving out medical advice, I'm just repeating what I've heard, so I am not liable. But, can you just imagine that little girl growing up and seeing that video of her mama belly dancing, just being an incredible, strong woman, comfortable with herself, comfortable with, this dance that most people would say is too sexual, even though it's actually not. There's nothing sexual about belly dance. It just seems that way partially because it uses a lot of hip movements and chest movements. And it also, because the movements are very precise and very, where's the rest of them? Very precise and hard to see otherwise. People tend to people tend to wear very little, you know, sort of skirt and bikini kind of thing. Skirt and bikini top. While dancing it. And being able to tell society, I don't care. I'm going to do what makes me happy, what makes me feel good, what makes me feel good about myself. And that little girl is going to see her mom making all those statements, being strong and beautiful, and you can see in the video that she's right there in her tummy. Really makes me happy. I don't know why I'm picking these up. I did this yesterday. So, that's why I love belly dance. Because it gives a message that I think is worth saying, namely that my body is mine, and because it looks beautiful on everyone, because it's empowering for everyone, male and female,
Some say life
and because
is
it
just a
is
dream.
seriously
Come back to
a
sleep
lot of fun
first.
and good exercise. Actually, can I just repair all? So, one of my stage name for most belly dancers have a stage name that has some spiritual meaning for them. It's not like legitimately, I mean, I don't know. For some people it is very spiritual. For some people, it's just meaningful. Yeah. I'm gonna pull so much aggro. I don't even care. Ta-da. Oh dear, those are elites. Now I've got a problem. Na 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 na. Stay away. Oh god, they're everywhere. I was just trying to get past them, but oh. Where am I now? Oh, Christ. Okay, so what I was trying to say before I got myself into so much shit . What? Missed call. I'm on something.
Glad to see a little
Okay.
enthusiasm.
Let's try that again.
Screw it up.
Anyway, my stage name for belly dancing is Scone Belly. It's funny because if you eat too many scones, it's like a scone. Oh, never mind. But what I do is, yes, I love those crates. What I do is video game music.
Good luck, friend.
So
Counting on you.
tomorrow my performance is woo. My performance is the ending credits to Metroid Prime. And the reason I chose Metroid Prime was actually like some super feminist kind of reasons. Metroid Prime and Echoes, as far as I know, are the only Metroid games that don't hypersexualize Samus. Apparently in the first game, if you beat it under 3 hours, I think, you get to replay the game in a bikini. You know, etc., etc. Zero Suit is pretty hypersexualized, despite, you know, a lot of arguments. I mean, come on, she's in vinyl.
Time is of the essence.
And I'm not saying it is bad to have Samus have a sexuality, but I feel like it's not really for Samus's sake, or for the sake of celebrating female sexuality. I think it's more for,
You barely had time to go
you know what would
through
be
the
hot?
night.
If we made Samus wear a bikini. So, for me, Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games just because it is a fantastic game. And having a feminist message in it is just sort of a perk to me. And that message actually is, and I'm trying desperately to remember, like I said last video, I tried talking about a bunch of different things before I ended with my actual
Double kill.
choice. And I cannot remember if in a previous video I mentioned the literary device where you take something undesirable and hide that about a character, and then make the character heroic and show how awesome they are first, and then reveal that supposedly undesirable part of them. So, for example, if you have a character who is heroic and, you know, a really lovable character, and then you reveal that this character is gay. A lot of people think homosexuality is undesirable, but if you show that no, they are just as heroic as everyone else and just as human and awesome, people tend to be more willing to accept it if they wouldn't normally accept it. So what this has to do with Samus
Kill.
is because in a lot of ways people don't think of women as being very heroic figures. That when you play Metroid Prime, if you don't know what you're getting into, you might think that Samus is just Nintendo's version of Master Chief. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Come on. That would have been really cool if I hadn't gotten that because of button mashing.
Blast those blasted machines to pieces, Exile.
So, because they spend the entire game basically giving you zero clue that Samus is actually, oh dear, no, do not want, that Samus is actually a woman. Of course, you know, a lot of people have played Super Metroid or other Metroids, but I hadn't. I knew Samus from Smash Bros. So I knew Samus was a girl. I kind of figured that out when she had polygon boobs from when Pikachu when Pikachu electrocutes people in the original Smash Bros, there's 3 different images. There's their normal their normal look, character design, with electricity around it, their skeletal design, and then a purple polygon design. And for Samus, the purple polygon is a human figure without the Varia suit. And I was trying to look at all the characters' skeletal structures because I thought that was really cool, so I was pausing while electrocuting people with Pikachu. And I accidentally discovered Samus had boobs. I'm like, oh, well, Samus is a girl. Okay, then. So, yeah, I was accidentally a creeper. Oh, no, 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 no. This is bad. Run away. I'm just gonna run. The last time I picked a fight with an elite, Kay actually came and rezzed me because I got my arse handed to me, and he told me to, if I had learned my lesson, to stop picking fights with elites. It was funny because he had no idea I was playing. He was just looking over. Actually, I was recording. This was a couple videos ago. 1 or 2. I can't remember. You can actually go back and see it. I fought an elite, and someone comes up and rezzes me. That was actually Kay, and I didn't even realize it at the time until later. He came on and asked me if I had learned my lesson and had stopped picking fights with elites. I told him never. Anyway, so Samus, if you have this misconception that strong warriors are always going to be men, Metroid Prime is actually a really good way to help break down that misconception for someone, because you spend most of the game just not realizing that Samus is a girl. Whoops, that was the wrong direction. I didn't mean to roll in that direction. Woohoo! So, oh, no wonder I'm dying so much. Oh no, that's 16, never mind. I'm 17. Usually when there's a number by it, maybe all of them have numbers by it, I just never noticed. Wow, I have a lot of low-level ones. I could go back and probably solo some of that. Group stuff. Oh, there you are. Whee! Uh-oh. This is gonna be bad, because I'm gonna try to kill this guy. So, if you have this misconception, then you get to the end of the game and you learn, oh hey, this character that I've spent, you know, so many hours playing as is actually a girl, and it might challenge that thought you had previously that girls can't be good warriors because you just spent this entire game being an awesome warrior. I'm gonna eat some more. So, really good literary technique there, and I really like that at the end of the game, all Samus does is take off her helmet. Take off her helmet and prove, hey guys, I'm a girl. I'm not even sure if Nintendo was trying to make a very feminist statement with it, especially since they have been very not feminist with a lot of other things. But purposeful or not, that's what happened. At least in my opinion. And then you can get into all sorts of arguments of, you know, death of the author from here. Okay, that hurt. Oh, so yeah, that's part of the reason I put together those two.
That's good. I do so detest.
You know, I chose a song from Metroid Prime to Belly Dance 2. Was sort of because I wanted to make a feminist statement. And note, by feminism, I do mean just that girls have the right to, you know, have ownership over their bodies. It's a pretty basic idea. I'm not scared of the word. Although I am scared of this battlefield because I am dying a whole lot. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. I should probably be using my stun more.
Double kill.
Whew! That was fun. Do I have any? I don't. What is this? Okay. Can't even use anything. Uh-oh. Who, what, where? So, I really wanted to have some sort of mask to wear for my performance and take it off at the end, like symbolizing Samus taking off her helm. But sadly, I wasn't able to put that together in time, so it's okay. I'm pretty sure the only other gamer that will be there is not a Nintendo fan, so she's not gonna notice. She wouldn't know the difference. Although, to let you know how much of a gamer she is, she walked down the aisle to Yuna's theme.
Give me the news.
She said it was the happiest moment of her life, and I think she was half talking about the geekiness of it. I had another friend that wanted to walk down the aisle to the Imperial March, but her mother wouldn't let her. I don't even know what to think about that, but That's mostly because I do not understand the hype around Star Wars. Oh my god, I'm gonna make myself so many enemies this video. Forgive me, internet. Oh my goodness. So the other song I will be dancing to is so my friend that when she got married, she walked down the aisle to Eunice theme. She had a Hafla for her bridal shower, and she really wanted me to perform at that one. That was actually my first solo performance. And so tomorrow I will be performing that song again, and that is the opening theme to Dungeon Defenders. So video game songs is pretty much going to be my thing. And if all goes well for my big performance in October, I will basically have a cosplay of Skull Kid from Majora's Mask for my performance. I am so excited. It's gonna be pretty much my first real cosplay. I'm really into video games, but I'm not a big fan of anime for mainly the reason that it's hard for me to relate to any of the characters in anime. I find maybe I just haven't really found the right ones. I liked them as a kid. You know, I watched Full Metal Alchemist when I was little. But oh my goodness, just die! Good grief. I need to hack a bot. What? I was just here. I just killed this thing. Why did it not tell me to hack it then? But I'm so ready. I'm excited for this. I can't wait for tomorrow to come. You know, you guys are really awesome for listening to me talk about belly dance and why I do the things I do. And I mean, if you now hate me because of the fact that I'm not a big Star Wars fan, you know, that's okay. You can tell me so in the comments. But other than that, thanks for hanging out with me.